It's an easy money-making scheme. I mean, you get £1,000 for sleeping with a woman in one night.
This is adultery. This is infidelity. This is prostitution.
You can go to a hotel or something and complete that thing. And then...
As in sleep together sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember crying all day long, not eating, even suicidal.
Yeah, obviously we'll use contraceptives. I don't want you to get pregnant.
It's haram. It's forbidden. You know, there's no stronger word I can use. It is absolutely forbidden.
Three words in a single text message changed Farah's life forever. After being introduced to a potential partner by a family friend when she was in her 20s, Farah decided to get to know him better. A few months later, the couple were married and planning a future together. We've changed Farah's name to protect her identity. What was your relationship with your husband like when you first got married?
In the beginning, I think we were struggling to get along with each other and settle in, especially for me. After my marriage, my in-laws had decided I wasn't allowed to work as well. So the first year was hard, considerably.
Farah had children with her husband soon after, but then the abuse began.
The first time he was abusive was over money. My parents gave me a lump sum as a wedding present, and he and his parents decided that they wanted it from me, and I refused to give it.
What kind of things would he do?
Well, on that occasion, he dragged me by my hair through 2 rooms and tried to throw me out the house. There would be times where he would just go crazy. He's throwing things at me, he's pulled me by my hair, or he's slammed me against the wall. Slamming me against the wall became so constant, it just became a norm. He strangled me.
Despite the abuse, Farah hoped things would change. Her husband's behaviour, though, became increasingly unpredictable. Talk me through exactly what happened on the day he divorced you.
So I was at home with the children, and he was at work, and during our heated discussion, he sent me a text saying, talaq, talaq, talaq.
He divorced you?
Yeah, he divorced me. And my dad was like, your marriage is over. You can't go back to him.
It's a little-known phrase, triple talaq, where a man says talaq, or divorce, to his wife 3 times in a row, which some Muslims believe means their marriage is finished there and then. It's banned in most Muslim countries, but still happens, though it's impossible to know exactly how many women are divorced like this in the UK. Men sometimes give a triple talaq during an argument or a fight, like in Farah's case, and then later regret it. And if you believe in triple talaq, it's possible you'll also believe in halala. A small minority think it's the only way a divorced couple are allowed to get back together. Halala means the woman must marry someone else, consummate the marriage, and then get a divorce before she's able to remarry her husband. But arranging a halala marriage is something the vast majority of Muslims are strongly against. Most imams and clerics say the practice is down to people misunderstanding the laws around divorce, and that it has nothing to do with their religion. Khola Hassan is from the Islamic Sharia Council. They regularly have women dropping in, asking about the finer points of an Islamic divorce. And triple talaq, when someone says divorce, divorce, divorce 3 times in a row, is that something you accept at the Sharia Council?
No, we make it very clear that triple talaq is not accepted.
How often do you see it at the Sharia Council?
This is a weekly issue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very regular. I see it all the time. And a lot of people are under the impression that's it, the marriage is over. They have to separate immediately.
So as far as you're concerned, halala is completely un-Islamic, against the religion?
Yes, it's haram, it's forbidden. You know, there's no stronger word I can use. It is absolutely forbidden.
But Khola believes some Muslims have got the wrong idea about divorce, and in particular, halala.
If you are told by your parents or by your imam or by your community that triple talaq is valid in one go, there is no other option. And secondly, you've been told the only way you can get back together is through halala, they'll feel that they've got no choice.
But there are those who are exploiting women's desperation and pushing out halala as a genuine solution. And now it's even become a business. So I've come across a number of different Facebook pages which are all advertising halala services. Most of them say they'll send a man who's willing to marry a woman, have sex with her, and then give her a divorce so she can get back with her husband. So this one's from someone who says he's from Pakistan but is happy to come to the UK if we pay for his flights, accommodation and service fees. This other one's asking for our address and how old we are. We then find a UK-based halala service which says it arranges temporary marriages and to message them privately for more details. We get in touch with them over Facebook, with an undercover reporter posing as a divorced Muslim woman who's looking to try and get back with her husband. After weeks of talking over Facebook, we finally managed to arrange a meeting and send our undercover reporter with a hidden camera. At this stage, we have no idea who the person behind the Facebook account actually is. It could be someone messing around online, but it could just as easily be someone with more sinister intentions. The man behind the account turns up and tells us he's been busy laying the groundwork. He has a number of other men working with him, all of who carry out the halala service for a fee.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
Alhamdulillah.
For you, I contacted 3 guys, 3 or 4 old members. They're older than me, they're in their 40s, and they were saying that they're gonna take 5,000 and they want to keep it for 6 months to 1 year.
Keep what?
Keep the marriage for that long.
What would
Mosque
you?
is cheaper.
Yeah, mosque is cheaper. So do you know like which mosque you would think? Like, do you have an idea of which mosque you might?
Well, that's what I'm going to go and see the people. I'm going to go see a few imams who would do it easily.
The man then offers to carry out the halala service himself, claiming it will be cheaper and safer.
If I paid 500, what would I get with that money?
No, it's from 2,500.
Oh, 2,500. Sorry, I misheard you. So from 2,500, like how much? What would I get with that money?
Like I said, if you want to get it done in a hotel or something, then obviously the imam cost and the witnesses cost, we have to pay for the certificate and all that.
Yeah.
And for sex, if you want a luxurious room, you want many things, you want to enjoy it properly.
Yeah.
Obviously, hotel cost is also.
Yeah.
You can go to a hotel or something and complete that thing, and then.
As in sleep together, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He brings up other women he's helped in the past and how much they've paid to go through with the halala marriage.
One of them was in hotel, but she also paid a lot.
Okay.
She gave £6,000.
Okay.
She was the one who stayed for 3 months as well.
Okay.
Some women, though, who go through a triple talaq become desperate and will do anything to try and save their marriage, including considering going through halala. Farah was one of them.
So I was distraught. I was absolutely distraught. I remember crying all day long, not eating, even suicidal. My kids kept me going.
And even though he was abusive towards you and divorced you over text, you still wanted to get back together with him. Why was that?
He was the love of my life. When I married him, I imagined a forever.
Did he regret divorcing you?
Yeah, he did. My ex-husband was so desperate. We were both very desperate to get back with each other that he knew halala was the only option.
How did you first hear about halala?
So I was doing a lot of research online in regards to the halala. I started ringing around, and through a couple of people I found out that there are certain individuals, imams even, who offer paid services of halala. I found out it would cost like something between £500 to £1,000. I was so in love with him, I was willing to do anything to get back with him.
You were willing to marry a stranger, have sex with him and then divorce him?
As awful as that sounds, yes, I was willing to do that.
Going through halala comes with its risks though. The man behind the Facebook account tells us he's had other men working with him. One who refused to divorce a woman after carrying out the service.
After 1 month, I asked him to divorce.
Yeah.
He said, no, I want to stay for 6 months. I said, no, she doesn't want it, so you have to finish it.
So what happened?
So I paid him extra money and then...
Like you did or she did?
I paid him.
How did I know you won't do that to me?
It's all faith.
It is a sham marriage. It's also completely misunderstanding the whole concept of talaq. And then the other danger that I have heard of is that this second husband decides, well, I've married her now, I have a legitimate marriage certificate, I'm not going to divorce her. And so now she may even be stuck with a man that she didn't actually want to be married to. You know, this is adultery, this is infidelity, this is prostitution.
Because halala is such a secretive issue, it's hard to know how widespread the practice is, with women often scared their families will find out. It can leave them open to blackmail, financial exploitation, and even sexual abuse.
You wouldn't really speak about these things to your parents, to your siblings, to anyone, because if even one person accidentally mentions it, then that's it for you.
Did you have any idea about who is offering the halala service?
I heard about certain mosques in the UK containing certain imams who were offering those services for a certain amount of money. So I knew of girls who'd gone behind families' backs and had it done and been used for months. I heard of this one woman who paid for the service, probably lied to her parents and said she's going away for a weekend or a day or a night, went to the mosque. There was apparently a designated room where they did this stuff. And had her nikah done. The imam or whoever offers these services slept with her and then allowed other men to sleep with her too. I would call it rape. I mean, it's not consensual sex, is it? Obviously, it's a horrific experience for the woman herself to have to sleep with someone she doesn't love, or find someone because her husband decided to say 3 words that should never have been said.
And it's not just ordinary men who are offering these halala services. This advert on Gumtree is from someone who claims to be a mufti. That's a Muslim legal expert who gives rulings on religious matters. And he says he's offering a private and confidential service. Once again, we pose as a woman who's gone through a divorce and get in touch with him. He gets back to us within hours, saying he's helped women before and that he can arrange a temporary marriage, sex, and then a divorce, all within 48 hours. And sex is sold as being an important part of the halala process.
Yeah, obviously we'll use contraception. I don't want you to get pregnant. So what would you use now?
What do you... I don't know, what do you suggest?
Pill?
You'd want me to get on the pill?
Not pills, like you can take that 24-hour emergency pill, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Because we won't be doing it every day.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever we do, you just take one pill.
Okay.
He wraps up the meeting by saying he'll start looking into arrangements for the wedding, but doesn't want to put a limit on how long the marriage will last, or how many times our reporter will have to sleep with him.
So that's what I'm saying, let's not agree on duration. Let's just make it roughly 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 3 weeks, however it works.
Yeah.
Let's meet us in between. Sometimes we can sleep, sometimes we don't have to. It all has to be a random thing.
Yeah.
And after that we can end it.
There's nothing to suggest the man our reporter meets is doing anything illegal. We contacted him after the meeting. He rejects any allegations against him, claiming he's never carried out or been involved in a halala marriage, and that he made the Facebook account for fun, as part of a social experiment. He also says he encouraged our undercover reporter to tell other members of her family about her situation, and that he had no intention of taking it any further. I wanted to see what Khala Hassan from the Islamic Sharia Council made of the footage.
So this is the secret filming we've recorded. I'm just going to show it to you now. Having seen the footage, what do you make about the conversation they've had? Does it shock you to see someone offering to marry someone, sleep with them and then divorce them for thousands of pounds?
I'm just lost for words. This is somebody's sister, daughter that you're talking to. The basic core values of Islam is where you are decent. This is nasty. This is about making money. This is about abusing vulnerable people.
What do you think about someone who claims to be able to find imams, find mosques who are willing to carry out these halala marriages?
If it's true that these imams know the intention behind this, that it is a halala marriage, then those imams need to be punished. They are selling their faith. They're the worst possible people you can think of.
There was a lot more worst case scenarios than I had had.
Farah ultimately decided against getting back with her husband and the risk of going through a halala marriage. But she warns there are other women out there, like her, who are desperate for a solution.
It's an easy money-making scheme. I mean, you get £1,000 for sleeping with a woman in one night. I realised my ex-husband was not going to change. He very nearly killed me. And if I'd gone back into the marriage, he probably would have succeeded. You know, unless you're in that situation where you're divorced and you're feeling that sort of pain that I felt, no one's really going to understand the desperation some women feel.